What's up, losers? Today I'm back with some more r/fatlogic shenanigans. Taking a look at a few posts that caught my attention, and sharing whatever random opinions and observations I have about them. This is episode 67 in the fatlogic series. And I've got a nice cold Diet Coke, with a lemon wedge, by my side, ready to go. So without further ado, let's get into these posts.
Healthy carbs. These ones may nourish your body more. Oats, sweet potatoes, whole grain bread. These ones may nourish your soul more. Fave childhood cereal, crispy salty fries, fluffy white bread. All of these fit into healthy eating. The key to finding balance is to know how the different foods make your body feel, and what they may not do for your body, without any judgment.
Very interesting. I was rewatching the carbohydrates video, and realized that my body seems very sensitive to the glycemic index. And that's why some carbs make me feel a noticeable crash, and others don't, and how pairing a protein can help prevent crashes. Just very interesting to get an answer as to why certain things feel icky, and others feel better. I hadn't put that together the first time I watched it. Like relating it to my specific food experiences. I feel so empowered with this understanding of what's happening.
Higher carb breakfast reflection. My girls wanted cereal for breakfast, so I had Frosted Flakes with them. A couple of hours later, I was so hungry, I basically had a second breakfast for my morning snack.
Okay, so, as much as the talk of French fries and Froot Loops nourishing your soul made me laugh, the overall idea that this post starts off with is actually one that I agree with. I've never been a fan of diet plans that cut out trashy foods which people enjoy altogether. Because I think that doing that is just going to make people miserable, and cause them to give up on the diet. No, I think that a better and more sustainable approach is to keep these foods in rotation, but moderate your consumption of them, and make up for the disproportionate calorie count by eating other foods that are less caloric, and exercising a bit if possible. Where this post completely loses me is when it suggests that the answer is not to count calories, or keep track of how much of these treat foods you can afford to be eating, or anything like that, but to go by how different foods make your body feel, without judgment, which sorry, no, that's a terrible idea. For some people it might work, I don't dispute that, but for people who already have trouble with impulse control, or use food as a source of self-comfort, deferring to feelings is just giving license to maintain business as usual, which isn't working. These people need planning and structure, not a make it up as you go along, see how you feel approach, because that's, how they got into the situation in the first place. I'll admit that the whole part about the sensitivity to the glycemic index completely lost me, because I'm not a dietitian or biologist or anything. But I kinda think that only supports my view that this approach is not what people need. Like, isn't it better to offer people clear, simple advice, like reduce calories, eat a balanced diet, etc., than telling them to figure it out as they go along, by listening to body signals, and trying to link them to stuff like glycemic index sensitivity, which most people don't even understand. I don't know, it just doesn't seem very actionable to me. Maybe I'm just too dumb though, haha.
Your before and after weight loss photo is inherently fatphobic. It's automatically positioning being larger as bad, no matter your intention. Your actions do not exist in a vacuum. There is no way to talk about how much you hate your larger body without harming your fat friends.
God, I'm getting sick of all these before and after pictures of the devil posts, like, is it a law of the universe, or something, that fat activists just have to throw their toys out of the cot whenever they see people celebrating their hard-earned weight loss. It's exhausting. Losing weight, and being happy about it, is not an attack on fat people. Because people are allowed to want different things in life. If you're truly content with being fat, there's no good reason for you to be upset over someone else making a different choice about what they want to do with their body. I mean, how far are we willing to stretch this logic? Is taking a picture after you get a haircut to show off your new look an attack on people with long hair? Because it's implicitly positioning longer hair as something bad. No, it's not, because we understand that what someone else does with their hair is their personal choice. And it's about them, not about us. Making a big deal about someone celebrating their weight loss is, fundamentally, just inserting yourself into another person's life. And I fail to see how such complaints can arise out of anything other than insecurity and jealousy. So yeah, when it comes to other people's weight loss pics, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Furthermore, while celebrating one's own weight loss should not be taken as a general commentary on fatness, I think it's worth pointing out that there are some very compelling reasons why someone might want to lose weight. You know, health, mobility, independence, etc. And, considering how difficult weight loss can be for many people, it's completely understandable why someone would want to celebrate their achievement and share it with friends and family. If you can't appreciate a friend of yours losing weight for what it is, a positive change in their life that they worked hard to achieve, and you can only consider it harmful to yourself for forcing you to self-reflect, then what can I say? Maybe you're not such a good friend after all.
If athletes can hurt a knee playing sports and not get denied surgery because they did it to themselves, stop using that argument against fat people.
Gee, it sure is easy to look smart when you just make random shit up and attribute it to people with whom you disagree, despite them not having said anything of the sort, isn't it? Like, fat people do not get denied surgery because they did it to themselves. They get denied surgery because their condition makes it more dangerous for them to receive surgical procedures. And surgeons don't want fat people to die on the operating table if they don't have to. It's not about bringing fat people down, or teaching them a lesson, or whatever, it's about protecting them. Whether people might be less inclined to feel sympathy for fat people being denied surgery, based on a belief that they are doing it to themselves, is of course another matter. I do think that we should try to be empathetic to fat people in such situations, regardless of the role that their own irresponsible life choices may have played in bringing them to that point. But it has to be a two-way street. If fat activists who get refused surgery turn around and effectively slander medical professionals who are only looking out for their best interests, people are well within their rights to correct the record. And you can't exactly expect them to do so gently, after you've already fired the first shot. So in summary, I've got all the sympathy in the world for fat people who can accept responsibility for their own actions, but are unable to overcome their issues, and end up missing out on life-changing surgery because of it. None of us are perfect. We all have our shortcomings. And I don't think that failing in one aspect of life makes someone unworthy of our kindness and support. But once you start shifting the blame, and going after innocent parties like doctors, because you are too prideful to own up to your own mistakes, well, then that sympathy goes right out the window. Because I only have so many fricks to give, and other people deserve them a lot more than you do. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you found the posts and my commentary entertaining. What do you think? Do Fruit Loops and French fries nourish your soul? Are before and after pictures evil? Are fat people being denied surgery comparable to injured athletes? Let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll make you eat only oats, sweet potato, and whole grain bread for the rest of your days. Just kidding, haha. Anyway, catch you later.